What's up, world? How's everybody doing today, tonight, tomorrow? As I always say, whatever time, realm, dimension you're living in, I hope you're doing great, feeling blessed, no stress. Lord, I ain't got no stresses. Just kidding. We've all got some, and they ain't fun. Alright, I'm going to stop singing so everybody doesn't turn this video off. Y'all, there's something I want to talk about, and it's something that's been really bothering me, and I've spoke about it in the past. I've spoke about it a lot, and the thing is, everybody I'm talking to on here, you all are going to kind of know and feel the same way that I'm feeling, and the same things that I know when it comes to this subject. Now, when it first happened, I wanted to talk about it right away. I mean, I grabbed the camera, I was like, oh, I got to talk about this. But I held back. And this would be the events up in Virginia. And I wanted to talk about them. I'm talking about right when I heard, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, here we go again. But I wanted to take a second, and I wanted to see how this would kind of play out in the media's eyes. How things would go. And I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. And the unfortunate thing is, I'm almost getting used to it, and that scares me. That's what really worries me a lot, is the fact that I'm getting used to things like this. And we shouldn't. This should never get to be another day kind of scenario. These things going on should not be something that we just look at and go, yeah, here we go again. Now, we may be looking at it differently when it comes to that aspect of it. We might be looking at things and thinking to ourselves, here we go again with another psyop. Another white supremacist versus Black Lives Matter and a bunch of hipsters, little rich white kids and stuff like that want to hang out with the Black Lives Matter kids. I don't know how this works. I've always wanted to go to one of these events, and it turns out that it's not that hard to do. I mean, there's some online areas you can go to, and you can sign up, become part of this, and get paid for it. I'm thinking about sneaking a camera in and trying this one day. But it's dangerous now. It's real dangerous. We're starting to see the progression of just stick fights and bear mace and things like this to people getting run over. Now, there's a lot of weird things going on with this. There's a lot of strange happenings when it comes to this whole, the girl getting run over. And by all means, folks, this is not one of them where I'm saying I'm a heartless person, I don't care, blah blah blah, how dare me deny this or that. No, false flags kill innocent people. And my heart, my prayers go out to that family. But actually, I'll get to the butt in a second. I'm gonna finish with that part, truly. And I'd like all of you say a prayer for them, okay? If this is what it is, please say a prayer for that family. And let's hope that they get through this hard time, because me as a parent, I couldn't imagine. That's my largest, biggest fear in the world, is that something would happen to my child one day. And any other parent out there knows what I'm talking about. And anybody who's ever been through that, once again, my heart goes out to you. And you're one of the toughest individuals out there for anybody who's made it through that. Me personally, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know. Anyways. But when it comes to this, and this is the problem, alright, y'all. I can't sit here and be all heartfelt through the whole video, because we got to get points out, and we have to address things that are going on. And one of the things that we all realize is that these events take place a lot. And we've seen one too many supposed victims, and I'm not saying this is a supposed victim, I'm just saying this in generalities. We've seen one too many, a victim not be dead, or a victim not exist, or a victim be a victim in 3 other interesting false flag scenarios. So we've been down this road too many times, so it makes us look at things a little differently, and that's unfortunate that we do that. And it sucks sometimes, because I wish I could just simply say, yeah, let's go place a flower and be done with it. But I have to look behind the curtain of reality. Sometimes it sucks. But to ever truly get to the bottom of this problem and address it, we have to. We have to be the ones that look behind these curtains. Because the rest of society is out there being fooled by these fake scenarios that go on. These divide and conquer techniques, this predictive programming, this MK Ultra without the MK Ultra. Speaking of that, with the driver, I'll get to that. But as usual, when I'm talking about this programmed, we see mainstream media. We see what it's done with this. And right off the bat, you had Jimmy Kimmel, John Oliver, Jimmy Fallon, all out there doing their heartfelt this and that, and then, which amazingly, they always stick up for one side. You never see them down the middle. It's always, those right-wing Nazis and gun-toting fools because they brought up the guns again. How the cops supposed to do anything? These people had guns. The cops had stand-down orders anyways, which eventually people found out about these stand-down orders. It's because they want stuff to hit the fan. They want us to be out there at each other's throats. So the cops are there. You guys just sit back until something really bad happens. Oh, and it did. Now, Jimmy and all these guys, and Fallon and John Oliver, sometimes they make you laugh, but then sometimes I just love to take my size 12 and shove it down his damn throat. Yeah, all three of them, same time. Take them all on. Dead hairs. But it was all, they jumped on board and started bashing Trump, which, hey, look, guys, you know me. I'm guilty of that, too. It happens. But the thing that gets me is, for once, I kind of agreed with Trump. The statements he made about both sides being wrong was about the most honest thing I'd heard in a long time come out of an official's mouth. I was kind of shocked. Yes, we need to say that, anything dealing with, like, white supremacy or racism, yes, it is bad. No playing ball with that one. I condemn it from here to hell. But this wasn't all just white supremacists and all, bunch of Nazis out there. There were some normal people. The only thing you see on TV and on mainstream media is all these people fighting and not getting along, right? I watched videos where a black man and a white man, or a black woman and a white woman, you name it, they were all having conversations civilly. I actually watched one black man go up to a white man who had had his head split open. Oh, just old country boy, no Nazi, nothing like that. Just got his head split open. The black dude came up to him and said, I hope you're okay. I hope you're all right. And he acknowledged him, friendly, in passing. See, they don't point these things out because at no point do they want to acknowledge that there's hope here. At no point do they want us to actually acknowledge the fact of we need to quit doing this and learn to get along and put this violence aside and realize that we're all people, that we're not Republicans, Democrats, or any other damn label left or right that they want to put on us, that we're human beings. See, they put labels on us like we're a damn product because that's how they look at us. We are product. We are nothing but pawns in their little game. And we have all these distractions going on around the world right now. Distractions galore, as far as the eye can see. North Korea, huge distraction. So what happens when you're distracted and you're not paying attention to your house? Things happen to your house. Right now, our house is getting messed up. Like I said, they're paying people to come do this. On both sides, not just one. It's just like any other thing. These groups, they fund both sides of the war. What do they do when it comes to this? They fund both sides of the war. They want this war. They profit off this war between each other, between all of us. And this isn't just for the U.S. This goes out throughout the world. We see it going on everywhere throughout the world, just with different scenarios, but it's all the same breakdown. They've always said all we need is one major crisis to implement and get what we want, all that kind of deal. And we see it, how quickly the National Guard came in. Now think about this scenario throughout the rest of the country. We saw how quickly that martial law was instated, how quickly they came in and took over. They could have controlled that scenario, that situation from the beginning, but they were told not to. They were told to stand down, let it progress, let it boil over, and let all hell break loose. And then we got what we had. We had this car, unfortunately, come in. Now, there's been all kinds of reports, which you won't see on media. On mainstream, it's all about this guy's a Nazi, he's a Nazi, he's a Nazi, he hated everybody, even though his best friend was black, and all this other stuff that's been reported. Some people are saying that it could have possibly even been a stuck pedal, that there's been like over 500,000 cases of this model having a stuck pedal. Along with that, his registration had it listed as having a sunroof. It didn't have a sunroof. One of the big things that got me was that car never deployed an airbag. Have you ever seen an accident like that on a newer car where that airbag didn't deploy? I've seen people hit garbage cans and the airbag popped out. So there's a bunch of strange things going on with this. Not only that, but the 2 officers who lost their lives. The guys in the helicopter. How many times do you hear of a police helicopter going down? And just ironically, right around the same time that this event happened, makes you wonder, did these guys see something they weren't supposed to? Did they not want to stand down and they were put down? Just saying, maybe the tinfoil hat got a little thick there, but we have to look at all these things. You know, even the mainstream, the way that they're building this up. There's only one side that's correct here, right? It's all the left. The right's a bunch of kooks, gun-carrying kooks, because we always got to throw the guns in there and make, guns look evil. But it's always, all you see is the left, and the left is being pushed to believe you guys are right. And the right's being pushed to think, well, we got the president on our side, so we're right. So you got 2 sides being amped up. What happens when you get 2 fighters in the ring? Both sides amp these fighters up. I've been there. They amp them both up. They talk you a big game. They tell you you're the man. Nothing can stop you. Well, that's what they're doing with these 2 sides. They're building them up, and then they're putting them in that ring and letting them duke it out. You know who makes money off the fights? The managers and the promoters. And that's who's profiting off of us in these fights. We've got to stop it, folks. People have got to wake up, look behind the curtains, and realize what's going on. There are so many events going on right now in this world taking place. We have one coming up here soon, which I'm going to do a video about, the solar eclipse. And there's a lot of weird things that are going in with this solar eclipse. The eclipse just seems to be this kind of perfect way of looking at what's going on throughout the world right now. We have a border coming right down the middle of the United States. This thing is going to come right down the middle of the United States, this eclipse, and separate it. Basically put a border right down the middle. And it's almost like, you think about it, all these people are going to be going to watch this thing. They're all going at one time. These places are going to be packed with millions of people, all down this one little strip. And it's like, you just get this feeling of this being that scenario. This is that pop-off. I'm not saying this is like going to be some big event where everybody goes at it and we choose north and south kind of deal. But it's the way you look at what's going on and you compare it to that. There's no other perfect scenario to explain. That's the way I see this country going right now. We're all gathering on the border and everybody's about to start picking sides. And what happens after that, there's no telling. We have this eclipse, and I always feel like these elites, they love things like this. They love these events. This is their big time to make a sacrifice or do something like this. We know they have done it in the past, so don't put it past them. And then we see September 23rd right around the corner. There's so much going on right now, and so many ways of looking at what's going on and the buildup that could be. Strange times, folks. Strange times. And people have got to wake up. Like I said, we don't have to be kumbaya. We don't have to hug and love and naked bongos with Matthew McConaughey. We ain't got to do all that. Drive a Buick around with Matthew McConaughey. Y'all, we've got to learn to laugh a little. Learn to smile again. Learn to get along with each other. Learn to make fun of things. Get over it. We have a fight. Get over the fight. Quit trying to kill each other for these damn dirty elites. Because, folks, that's what they want from us. They want us to go out there. They want us to go to these events. They want the provocateurs to amp these events up. And they want us to tear ourselves down. That's what they want, y'all. And we see what comes with it. This is one little event. if they can ant this whole country up, or this whole world up, I hate to see where it goes then. If I hear any more news on this, I'll be posting right away. Y'all, I'm trying to get quicker with the post. Just work's been busy, but luckily we had a lot of rain today, so I got a chance to throw this up. I know we're going to have more reports on North Korea. That's an ongoing, never ending until, you know what, hits the fan. And I'm going to be talking about the eclipse here soon. That's something I've really been wanting to talk about, and hopefully I'll have a video worked up for that. As always, guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Y'all, don't fall into their traps. Don't fall into their games. Okay? More than anything, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay incredible. See ya.